Hey, bro, don't forget, it ain't the first 48, bro. It's 60 minutes, bro. That's my man, Gus the Bus, y'all.
Shout out Zone 32 Podcast.
That's right. That's
Come with the king, you best not miss. Just keep it real with me, no turf. All good, homie, what the fuck are friends for? Hey, 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 hey. Hands up. I need everybody in this bitch to put their motherfucking hands up right now. Hey, 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 hey. We good, so good that it hurts so bad. I'm sorry if it's making you mad. Hey, hey, you mad, huh? Not playing, huh? Ain't no doubt about it, we good. Now it's off the rip. Hey, looking like a motherfucker can't tell me shit. Hey, looking like I'm about to live my dream fucking hit. Hey, I'ma pack that motherfucking venue with my motherfucking friends 'cause we good. And what do we say to the haters and non-believers? Thank you. We
Zone 32.
I have risen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Zone 32 podcast. The full crew is in this chat. My name is Jake. His name is Drew. His name is Will. His name is Trippy. His name is motherfucking Grant. Say what's up to the people.
All right, Jake, shut the fuck up. We got important things to do.
What's up, people?
Shut the fuck up.
We
Shut the fuck
back.
up.
We back.
We got important business to get to here. I have acquired contact with a certain dumbass who's been running his mouth online about Lamar, and so we're gonna give him a call and see if he wants to come on and defend his stupidity.
All right, here we go.
I can't hear it ringing if it is. I'm not hearing ring.
Call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person
Hold
you're
on.
trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Did it beep? Jason, it's Drew from the Zone 32 podcast. We're giving you a call to see if you wanted to come on and discuss. I had two questions for you. One of them was, why are you so fucking dumb with your terrible Lamar takes? And I'm also having some legal issues, so I was wondering if you could hook me up with somebody at the Cochran Law Firm in California. I heard that they wrote a couple cease and desist letters for you. Give me a call back. We could talk about, Hitler or whatever other dumb shit's on your mind for the day. All right, thanks. So typical coward, runs his mouth online, tells us, Ravens fans are pussies and scared of him, and he doesn't run from anything, but blocked me immediately and then won't come on and discuss. So that was unfortunate. I was hoping that he was gonna pick up the phone.
I ain't gonna lie, that is a bitch move. Talk all that shit and then like
So-
block
so-
somebody.
So
Wow.
he originally, I had the like tweet exchange with him, and then I DM'd him like
so polite.
yeah, well, that was the point. I was being a dick on purpose, but and so I sent it to him, and he blocked me immediately, and then he unblocked me, responded, and then blocked me again. I'm like, you cunt. And also,
Oh, yeah,
Well,
then
Jerry
he
Coleman.
tweeted about you too.
yeah, and he had to edit the tweet. At least he tagged me in the tweet. 'Cause
Right.
He originally didn't tag me in the tweet, then he edited it to tag me, and then it has his dumbass Lamar take. I was wondering if he was going to be willing to come on here. I was going to see if he liked half of Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen, if his play style was sustainable. I was going to trap him with one of those, and then obviously ask him about the law firm. For people who don't know, he got charged with 8 felony counts of impersonating a lawyer because he texted a German player on his team that he was going to be his new Hitler, and then was sending fake cease and desist letters to media outlets reporting on it. So
I DM'd him. I DM'd him yesterday that I was his new Hitler. So
yeah. Yeah, he's a real
Oh,
stand-up.
Did he block you?
that's why
He-
you sent
he-
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did he
That-
block you, Will?
Yeah, then he responded, "You're giving me secondhand embarrassment, homie. You soft pussies truly think this internet game is a tough guy thing. We both know in person you would suck my dick, bitch. Now go away, little fanboy, and show all your buddies my DM. Maybe you can get some pussy, fuckboy." And then he'd block me immediately.
Whoa,
So
he said,
he
damn.
also has had sex with all of our moms, in case you guys are wondering, and all of our girlfriends. That's one of his favorite comebacks. God only knows. I couldn't read what he said to me properly because he doesn't know how to use fucking punctuation marks. So it was just a wall of text calling me, like bitch, gay, whatever fucking dumbass insults he was having. And then he invited me to come on his show and block me. So I don't really.
Yeah, that was weird.
That doesn't make
what?
sense. How are you gonna get an invite and then get blocked?
And then how are you going to say that you're not afraid and you're going to stand on your takes and blah, blah, but you invite somebody on your show and block them? So I don't know.
You just
It's
insert the
unfortunate.
Tyler Perry meme right there. So that was a fucking lie. Or the
I was hoping
Tyler-
he picked up. I was hoping he picked up because I figured I'd get at least he'd call me gay or something, or some other
JB.
some other slur. Yeah, I mean, fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck last chance you.
He mad because he can't get an NFL job. Fuck out
Well,
of
He
here.
can't get
I
an
asked him.
NCAA job.
Can't even get a high
because he was
job.
he messed. His first response to me was like, I was like, this is why you don't have a coaching job anymore, clown. And then he was like, when you have my resume, you can talk to me. And I was like, well, which part of your resume is why you don't have a
Right.
job? Is it that this, that? And then I DM'd him to invite him on the podcast, and he fucking went nuclear. So
No, I ain't like how he tried to go on talk about something followers and man, fuck your followers. Just come on the show.
he
and
was on a
talk your
podcast.
shit.
He was on a podcast with like 200 followers on the and I don't want to slander them because they didn't do anything wrong. Like that's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Is you get somebody on who's going to say something that you can clip and go viral on the internet, but they have less followers than us. So clearly, like, it's not a follower count thing for him.
No.
Clearly, it's he can't, back up what he has to say, or he knows he's going to get trapped into saying something stupid.
Yeah, he wants to. He's only going to do a show where they're going to wash his balls and.
Because if your whole argument is that Lamar's play style is not sustainable, look at all the quarterbacks this year who are primarily pocket passers, who don't run the ball at all, who got killed in the pocket and have season-ending injuries. And then, you can look at Josh Allen is the one that comes to mind who runs a lot more than Lamar does. And so how are you going to say that, Lamar is not sustainable, but try to not have the same criticism for Josh Allen? Like it just doesn't, it doesn't.
Hits too.
Well, and look at how Lamar has gotten hurt when he has gotten hurt. It's not running the ball.
No, it's in the pocket. And he was talking about how Lamar gets like happy feet in the pocket, and that's why he gets it. It's like, no, his left tackle gets blown off the fucking line. Like, what is he supposed to do?
Right. All right. Well,
that could have been a lot more fun if he picked up the phone. But
yeah.
Maybe we're gonna hang up from this recording, and they'll have freaked out on me on Twitter again. But
that's live to tape for you right there. People just got to that.
I've been practicing that all day.
We could have done that and recorded it and dropped it in, but we decided to do it live on the podcast. So, everybody got to see it unfold live, or gets to hear it unfold live. Basically,
I've been practicing saying your live tape really fast so that he couldn't really understand what I was saying. I picked that up from the Kirkman and show. He's been very, very good at that over his career. He got sued by a mayor for it, and won. So
what was that guy's name?
Joe Curtone.
Oh yeah, Kirkatone. That guy's a fucking
dweeb.
Speaking of thugs.
Yeah. Will doesn't know who Young Thug is, by the way, Trippy. I thought you should.
I know the name. I know the name. I don't know any of his music.
I've heard him once. It was on because I was checking out the new Killer Mike album. I don't fucking like him at all. Like, I don't know what it is with the rap with dudes trying to do spit bars nowadays, but you're trying to throw a melody in your voice and you have like a little bit of fucking auto-tune on there. Like, what are you doing? Sell the fuck down, stop being zannied out. That's fucking horseshit. Learn how to actually MC.
I ain't gonna lie.
Well, he's not
a
lyrical guy.
He real creative though. He tough with it.
Well,
back to you, Will. Will, you don't know who Young Thug is?
What? I know the name only because I see tweets about him, but I don't know any of his music, and I'm not gonna seek it out. So.
I'm just gonna put this out. I'm just gonna put this out on the podcast. Free Jeffrey Williams. He did nothing wrong. Should not be in prison right now. The Atlanta DA is overstepping. Not
Yeah.
guilty on any charges.
Free Young Thugger.
Yeah, free him.
That
All right,
man is
let's talk.
guilty.
Let's talk
that man
about
is
football.
Guilty of not being able to rap.
Let's
There
talk
you
about
go.
football. Let's talk about the
Yo.
Ravens.
Anyway, the fucking bye week is passed. Ravens had their practice this week, the first of it, and they play another California
You've
team.
hold on.
What do you want? What do you want?
You've blown way past what we were going to talk about to start off with. We'll get to the
But
Rams later. We'll get to
What
the
are we
Rams
gonna talk
later.
about the bye week for? One on this podcast?
Well, a lot of shit happened on the bye week, Jake. You know, we had the potential to be the 4 seed after not playing a game, and we're the 2 seed
the
now.
team's lost.
We're the 2 seed only by a tiebreaker too. So
yep.
You know,
but see, we're the 2 seed. We're the 2 seed, and you look at all the teams that were potentially going to be ahead of us. You have Trevor Lawrence got hurt. You know, Chiefs look fucking lost, and I'm not going to count them out in the playoffs, but at least from a seeding standpoint, like there's something wrong with that offense.
Yeah.
Actually,
you know,
Grant,
it would really
Grant.
help if they had a head coach who could step in and call plays and you know,
still gonna win their division.
and right the ship. Yeah, well, that's because their division sucks.
But Grant, I'm curious. Is this part of Andy Reid's master plan? Is that he's you know, making them play down in the regular season so that he can look like a hero in the playoffs? Is
Don't show your hand. You don't show your hand.
So this is what elite head coaches do: is that they are offensive masterminds and put up 19 points.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work.
The,
but at least we're blaming, like
it
I told
hasn't
you
worked.
the other day.
So the Chiefs,
at least we're blaming him because it's his offense.
So
we blame John Harbaugh because he just doesn't have a part in anything.
The Chiefs have scored less than 20 points 5 times this year. They are 11th in points scored, points per game, I should say. I'm not sure where they are in points scored because I guess right now everybody's had their bye now, right? All the buys are done. We don't have any more bye weeks.
No, we have one bye week this week.
Okay, so that's why points per game. They're 11th in points per game because there's going to be some teams that have played more games than others at this point. But yeah, so they're 11th. I think they're at like 22.8 points per game. So I don't know. I mean, you want to talk about a coach who's widely regarded as like an offensive guru, and his offense sucks. And
you looked at the first,
he has a quarterback who is in his 7th year in the league and would probably be in the Hall of Fame if he retired today.
I mean, in all honesty, if you looked at Andy Reid's first 20 years as a head coach, like no rings, constant playoff failures, you know, regularly wasted Hall of Fame talent that he had on his roster. And then he is, I don't want to say gifted Patrick Mahomes, but they made the smart move to trade up for Patrick Mahomes. And then all of a sudden he wins 2 rings and everybody acts like he's Jesus. Like, let's
everyone forgets that his son was a drug dealer who is dead, and his other son,
the other one's in jail.
Basically like ruined a 5-year-old girl's life. So you know,
decided to drink and drive. You know, poor family management and poor offense management from Andy Reid.
Yep, it's true.
Yeah, neither one of those have anything to do with each other. But anyways,
I mean, it just extends all facets.
He's a great head coach. Everybody knows he's arguably probably the best head coach in football. Everybody knows.
I mean, did Bill Belichick die or?
Come on, right now.
Right now, Andy Reid is the best head coach in football right now. We just told you all the reasons.
Like of anybody in the league, that if you could have the first pick of a head coach, Andy Reid would be the number 1 pick.
No, Bill Belichick would be.
Grant is. I haven't.
People are arguing that Tom Brady was the reason that New England did anything.
Why are you arguing that Andy Reid? Andy Reid this season hasn't done a good job with that team.
They're leading their division, and they're going to be a 4 seed at worst. So you can't say
they're in a bad division, and their offense sucks.
But we've had to defend Lamar with having no weapons or no receivers for a long time. All he had was Mark Andrews, and all he had was a run game.
And throughout all that, they were scoring 30 points a game with Greg Roman as the offensive coordinator.
And scoring points in the second
half. It don't matter if you win by 1 point or you win by 50 points. You win, you win.
Okay,
we always defend people. We defended Lamar about him not having weapons and how he'd be more explosive. Offense would be more explosive. We win.
Who do we defend? Can you say that again?
Lamar. We defended Lamar about not having receivers until this year.
Whose job?
I'm happy to defend Patrick Mahomes.
I mean, he doesn't have any this year. He's got Travis Kelce.
What's that got to do with
bro?
What's that got to do with Andy Reid?
Because I mean, you can't utilize how many drop passes. How many drop passes is Valdez-Scantling had? How many drop passes? It's the same shit we defended Lamar on. We can't be hypocritical and spin the shit back.
No. But you're talking about Lamar. You're not talking about John Harbaugh. You're not talking about Andy
We're
Reid.
talking about Lamar. We're talking about what they have to work with on the
perfectly
offensive
happy
side
to
of
have
the
the
ball.
conversation.
Andy Reid 100% can't. Andy Reid, that's his offense. So when you're criticizing him not
Patrick
scoring,
Mahomes is not to blame for his receivers.
Offense. But his offense is also the one that just won a Super Bowl last year.
Last year with Eric Bieniemy, who's not there anymore. Now their offense sucks.
The difference is the receiving core too.
Last year their receivers sucked too. They didn't have the
but
they
but
did.
I ain't gonna lie though, the receivers not that
they were
bad
better than
though,
this
bro.
year.
They not that bad.
No, they're bad this year.
It's just
Sky
that
Moore was supposed to be their savior.
They can't get no points.
Hold
in
on.
the second
What's
half.
different about their receivers this year than last year? Let's just
They
dig into
traded
that.
out. They traded out Juju for
Juju Smith. I mean, whatever the fuck
Rashee Rice is the only one that's doing anything, and he's a rookie this year.
That's the only swap.
But we're going back to.
They even traded to get back the guy that left.
You're still bringing up the fucking shit between Andy Reid and John Harbaugh. The argument is when you criticize Andy Reid's offense, it's Andy Reid's offense. John Harbaugh doesn't have a fucking contribution.
You're the one talking about. No, you're the one talking about the receivers. You're the one talking about the receivers.
He's 8-4 right now with no receivers. That's fucking impressive. I don't care who you are.
John Harbaugh's team was 14-2 with no receivers.
Anything. This is Monken's offense.
And then we didn't even really have a good. We didn't even really have a good OC at the point, and we still was like.
John Harbaugh had a fat terrorist who was eating cheeseburgers in the booth, calling plays, and had his team and no wide receivers, and had his team at 8-4.
And he couldn't step in and do anything because he didn't know, because that's Roman's offense. When you constantly have to rotate your coordinators, you're rotating an offense. That's why Lamar's had to learn so many different types of fucking offense in his whole career, and John Harbaugh can't step in and utilize anything or create something of his own identity on either side of the ball.
It was only 3. He only had 3.
Did Andy Reid?
That's 3 in
6 years.
3 in 6 years. This is his 6 years. Yeah, 3 in 6 years.
He's basically had 2. He was the rookie who took over, and then he had 4 years of Greg Roman, and now he's got Monken. That Marty Morningwig does not count.
Just to tie this back, what's 6 divided by 3, Grant?
100.
No, what is it? What is it really though? It's 2, right? Because Belichick has 6 rings and Reid has 2. So I think 6 is a lot bigger than 2. It's 3 times bigger than 2. So everybody would take Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick is the greatest coach to ever coach the game. He's the best coach ever. We all know that.
But
right now, the hottest coach in football is Andy Reid.
No, he's
if you're
not.
Starting a team, who's not?
Mike.
The hottest coach in football is Mike McDaniels.
Yeah,
we're talking head coach. The hottest head coach in football.
Mike McDaniel.
If you're starting a franchise,
Mike McDaniel.
And you're doing
Mike McDaniel.
You're getting the number 1 overall of head fucking coaches.
He's a head coach.
He's
a head coach of the Dolphins.
I thought you said Mike McDonald.
No, McDaniel.
If I was a GM right now and I had to choose between them 3 coaches, I'm choosing Mike McDonald. I mean, I said Mike McDonald.
Mike McDaniel.
That's what I thought. Where's Mike McDonald? My bad.
If you're talking about the hottest coach. The hottest coach
who just won the Super Bowl
with a different coaching staff. Yeah, who cares?
Just won the Super Bowl?
Who cares?
Who's running the offense that just won the Super Bowl?
He gotta do that.
It's running the offense. It's the same fucking. Eric Bieniemy was the running backs coach there. Nagy was the coordinator there in 16-17 before Bieniemy stepped in. Andy Reid's offense has been there since Andy Reid stepped foot in Kansas City. Nagy was a form of Andy Reid's offense and did his own little whatever with it.
Wait a minute.
Bieniemy did the same thing when he stepped in to be the running backs coach.
Wait a minute.
He utilized under Andy Reid's offense and kind of created his own identity from Andy Reid's offense.
Hold on.
So all in all, it's been Andy Reid's offense this whole.
When did they win their first Super Bowl? 2018.
19.
19.
No, 19, yeah.
2019. Who was the offensive coordinator?
Bieniemy.
Okay. And then
they won the second Super Bowl.
Who was the offensive coordinator when they won their second Super Bowl?
Bieniemy.
Okay.
But
and now he's not there.
Understand what I'm saying?
Now he's not there.
Now I do, but
now he's not there, and their offense is kind of sputtering.
They're winning.
So what? That's what my argument was for John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh wins. John Harbaugh wins. John Harbaugh wins. He's a winner.
Like you gotta
But
look
he
at it,
doesn't
right?
contribute to the wins. That's what I'm telling you. He doesn't do anything to contribute to the wins.
But it ain't even about that though.
It's about winning, but not when John Harbaugh does it.
Because he doesn't contribute to his side of the ball.
But it don't even matter though. But you keep saying they ain't got wide receivers, bro. Like they still
like
be
I said, the
dialing up
standard
plays,
is different
but
to Grant for John Harbaugh.
It's not
everyone
different.
else is here. John Harbaugh.
It's not my fault that you don't understand or can process what I'm talking about. If it's that deeper to you, I can break it down further so you understand better. But it's not my fault that you're not understanding the fact that John Harbaugh does not contribute to a side of the ball.
So then you can't blame him for anything.
Andy Reid contributed to the side of the ball that lost on Monday.
So then why do you want him fired?
Sunday?
If you can't blame him,
he did contribute. His offense lost on he did not perform on Monday. That's on him, but that's his offense. So
and I'm going to point out to you, Grant. And I'm going to point, Grant. I'm going to point this out to you too. They have scored under 20 points 5 times this year. 2 of those games they won, and like I told you last week, the reason they are winning and they're in the position they are this year is because of the defense. Andy Reid does not coach the defense, as you've said many, many times tonight. You've repeated it over and over again. Andy Reid.
Or whatever his name is.
So Andy Reid, they are winning despite Andy Reid and the offense. That's what I said last week, and that remains true.
Is Spags the real head coach of the Chiefs? People are asking.
Right. And another thing about the Chiefs is, right, like the way how they playing right now, if they go to the playoffs, bro, they might be one and done. Like, and I look at it like they ain't really been playing no offensive teams yet. You feel me? Like teams that can put up.
I don't think they can keep up. I don't think they can keep up.
I feel like on some real shit, I feel like if a team can really put up like 20-something points in the first half and still come in the second half and put up like
think about Trippy. Think about the game against the Bills that everybody talks about that they changed the rules in the playoffs for, where the Bills and the Chiefs both the Chiefs got the ball with 13 seconds left and somehow scored and tied the game, went to overtime. So this Chiefs team cannot do that. They can't do that. They have
as long as 15's under center, they got a chance.
I'm with Grant. I won't ever count them out, but this is the most beatable they've looked over this. Since
I'll agree with that.
But what I mean is,
1,000% the most beatable.
If this Chiefs team was in the same position that Chiefs team was, right? There's no chance that they get it done. That's not happening. That 13 seconds, that's not happening.
Probably not.
I've seen 15 do some crazy shit.
Yeah, but I've seen his receivers sell him out over and over and over again this year, and I've seen some very weird, stupid play calling too. So this Chiefs team is not the Chiefs we're used to seeing. They are they're not leading the pack. No one's chasing them now.
Which is all to say
that's because we're so used to seeing them fucking 14-0, 13-1, 15-2, like they've set a standard for themselves. They've set, now they're 8-4, and we're like,
they're
beatable. They're
beatable.
They're very beatable. That's what I'm saying. This is Drew said, this is the most beatable they've been in the Patrick Mahomes era.
And again, the Dolphins have not beaten a team with a winning record at the time of playing since they beat us week 2 of last year.
Which is crazy.
They don't scare me.
Well, so the reality is the Dolphins have some scary playmakers on offense, but are they a threat? I don't know. I mean, they're just a threat to put up points is really what it is. So if you bottle that offense up, like no lead is safe against them, I guess, is what I would say, is that don't ever take your foot off the gas. We learned that the hard way, but I mean, that's the last time that they beat a team with a winning record, is that we took our foot off the gas and they came back.
Another thing I would say about the Dolphins and how we match up with them, Mike McDonald has got to have taken that loss super personally. Right? From last year.
People forget all the injuries. I mean, Marcus Peters wasn't healthy. Marlon went out of that game. We had Jalen Armour-Davis, starting at corner, essentially, which is...
Oh, right. And it was week 2. You won't see week 17.
Yeah. Well, and on top of it, and Drew and I were beating this drum, I didn't even feel necessarily like the defense lost that game for us as much as Greg Roman's play calling was so horrible and conservative when we were up that he wasn't trying to score points. He was trying to bleed the clock.
He didn't adjust to the game that was going on. He didn't
Yeah.
realize that the defense was sputtering and that it was his time to put his foot on the gas and really finish off the Dolphins.
All they needed to do was put any points on the board.
Yeah, and
they didn't do it. So I think,
lessons learned on both sides of the ball.
Right. This Dolphins team, to me, isn't really any different than last year's. I know they have Jalen Ramsey now. That doesn't really change anything to me. But
he's not been very good.
Man, the Dolphins
he's had a bunch of interceptions, but other
Didn't he pick off like Tim Boyle though? Like, is that even?
Yeah, I think he had like 2 or 3 picks in one game, something crazy like that.
And he's been hurt, and I don't know. He doesn't scare me. Nothing about the Dolphins scares me other than their ability to put up points.
Right, they can score.
And so if you just
but also I think our defense again is gonna have just like the 49ers did this past week with the Eagles, that our defense is going to take that game very personally, because that's a black eye on the Ravens franchise that fucking
Kyle Hamilton. You're telling me Kyle Hamilton's not coming up with a pick that game after getting torched a couple times? Like, that's...
So I think we're all in agreement that the Dolphins aren't really scary. They're formidable. They can score points. Their defense doesn't scare me at all. And I think if they have to chase us in points, I don't think that's going to work out well for them.
And then if you look at the
Dolphins, haven't beaten anyone with a winning record yet, right?
Drew said, they haven't beaten they haven't beaten anybody with a winning record since they beat us week 2 of last season.
Right, and then other than that Thursday night game a couple years ago, we used to be like beating the shit out the Dolphins, like 30 to nothing. You feel what I'm saying?
59-10 week 1, 2019.
Right. And even like week 2 last week, like we was up. I forgot the score, but we was up big. Like to the point, I think it was some Dolphin fans leaving the stadium. Like they just knew the game was over.
I think it was like 35-14 or something.
Yeah,
it was.
You know what I'm saying?
It was 21 points. Yeah.
I mean, they just, the same, typical Ravens shit. We let teams creep back and come back to win, but the Dolphins ain't no team. I mean, we ain't scared of them. Yeah, they got some nice weapons, but hey, my man,
not afraid of the Jags either.
No, fuck no. The only team that to me is intimidating head to head is the 49ers.
I ain't scared of them either.
But I'm just saying that's the only team matchup wise, I think, where it's like, I think that's even
Grant,
playing
cover your
field.
ears for a second. Grant, cover your ears for a second.
Even playing field.
Kyle Shanahan's a fucking loser, and we're gonna kick the fuck out of them. So
beat the shit out of him.
Oh yeah, I mean, I hope we fucking do.
No, last week you hoped that he fucking ran it up on Harbaugh and got him fired. Take a slant.
He did just dog walk the best team in football the other day, though.
We were talking about this on PSF. Like, that was, I don't want to say a scheduled loss for the Eagles, but they've played a bunch of hard games in a row. Like, they weren't going to win them all. It was a horrible
they got
showing.
their shit pushed in.
Yeah, they got their shit pushed in, but it meant a lot more to the 49ers than it meant to the Eagles.
Yeah,
because it would have been the same way last year in the NFC Championship game. If Brock Purdy would have played, it would have been the same outcome.
So we talked about this on PSF, Grant. I mean, that's fine if you want to say that, but the stakes are much different when you're talking about the NFC Championship game. And again, like Drew said, the Eagles have run the gauntlet here. They played the Chiefs, they played the Bills.
You just told me the Chiefs suck. So
I'm just saying. Okay, no matter what, if you're playing the Chiefs, you got to get up for the game, right? And they won the game.
Would you rather play the Chiefs or the Giants if you're the Eagles? So I mean, the Chiefs are not a pushover win. They're not. Their offense is not anything to write home about.
And if you're the Eagles, the Chiefs, like I've been saying, the Chiefs' defense is really good. So
and the Chiefs just beat you in the Super Bowl, so that game meant a lot.
They don't have a secondary.
McDuffie is pretty solid.
He's it.
But anyway, they played two hard. They had 2 tough games in a row. They go in, they go home, they play San Francisco. San Francisco came in obviously up emotionally. They want to prove something after the loss in the NFC Championship game. So like they were always going to come into that game with their emotions running higher than the Eagles were.
It's the same way the Eagles came into that Chiefs game with their emotions running high, because that's the team that beat you in the Super Bowl. That win meant a lot more to the Eagles than it did to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. I said on
you're right.
PSF, but it's the Baker Mayfield underdog mentality post on Instagram. Like, if that's what the Eagles were using the 49ers were using to hype themselves up, that like, oh, we would have beat the Eagles last year in the NFC Championship game if we didn't get, Brock Purdy didn't get hurt. And that's what fired them up. Good for you. I'll go for it. If that's what you got to use to fire yourself up, fine. But like, I'm not buying into it. You know what I mean? Like,
well, and the stakes for both sides, the stakes for the 49ers were higher than they were for the Eagles in that game, because that gets them a step closer to the 1 seed. The Eagles losing the game, they still hold the 1 seed. So like losing the game, they knew, okay, they've had 2 tough games in a row. They have a third against, obviously, I think probably the best team in football. And if they lose the game, they're still in control. They just need to they control their own destiny. And you can't ignore this. They're going to Dallas this week, so there's got to be a little bit of looking ahead. There's got to be a little bit of looking ahead there, because if they lose this week, then they go to the 5 seed from the 1. Okay, so the Dallas game's more important than the 49ers game. So I'm just saying, like, there are factors that are involved here, but I agree with you, Grant. The 49ers, they push their shit in, and the 49ers look like the best team in football to me right now.
They do. And I think that I do think that Dallas beats Philly this weekend too. I think they lose back to back. And it's going to make real interesting in the NFC East.
Mm-hmm.
But see, so the NFC to me is not, I'm not really afraid of any of the NFC teams. Like, I don't think any of them can really match up well with Baltimore to the extent that we can't win the game if we play our best game. You know what I mean? There is no.
No, I agree with that. The 49ers are the hardest matchup on paper.
Yeah.
Right. But if you bottle McCaffrey and hit Purdy, like, I don't think that, you can wrap up. Ayuk is much better than Deebo Samuel. I know that people love hyping up Deebo Samuel because he runs the ball.
They're different. They're different though. Like,
Ayuk is a true.
If Deebo's having a game, Deebo is like one of the best players in football. But sometimes he just disappears.
He's a guy you feed. Deebo's a guy you feed him early, you get him involved early, and if he's hot on those early touches, you just feed him the rest of the game.
You find any way you can can to get the ball in his hands. Yeah.
Whereas
but he's not
going to find a way open.
Yeah,
Ayuk is a true wide receiver.
He's a true wide receiver.
He's very good.
And he's very underrated too.
When they were talking about him being available this offseason, I would have loved taking him. Obviously, we got Zay, so I'm fine with that. But like before we had Zay and Odell, like that would have been a move I would have been all in on.
He would still fit the way that he could, because he can run multiple positions.
Well, he gets himself open. He's
not coming here, so we can just forget about that. He's gonna get paid big.
I mean, we might have $26 million coming off the book from a fucking deadbeat left tackle.
Dude, can you see on Trippy's screen? All I can see is the
blunt,
his blunt floating around.
Yeah. I see his shadow every once in a while. No, but I mean, this is a long route to get to. Like, after this bye week, I feel a little cocky about the Ravens, which I don't know if is a good thing or a bad thing. Like, all year I picked them to win every game. We picked them to win every game.
Yeah.
We're homers, we're honks, whatever the fuck, morons online want to call us. But like, if you watch all these other teams play, they all have either a fatal flaw in how their team's built, or they have some devastating injury that's really going to knock them back. And if the Ravens stay healthy, I like their odds against anybody.
Well, so it's hard to not be kind of cocky and not feel really good about the team when we're used to, for the past couple of years, the worst possible thing happening to the Ravens at any given moment, right? But this year, things are all kind of just going our way. I mean, outside of these 3 losses and again, even having those 3 losses, that all 3 of those losses could easily be wins, right? So maybe there's a little bit of that, but not at the same time. We haven't had like an embarrassing loss. I guess the Cleveland one is a little bit of that nature, but at the same time, it's not like the Miami loss, because that just came out of nowhere. And sort of like ever since that, everything has been like
the Mark Andrews injury is the only thing that's gone wrong.
But but for us to go into the bye in the situation we were in and come out of it where we are right now is like, holy shit! Like, just everything's turning up Ravens right now.
Yeah, and like Drew said earlier, we had the chance. We potentially could have came out a 4 seed, we're a 2 seed, and I think that's a contest of you can win when you don't play a game, and that's essentially what you want to happen on your bye week. You want everybody to get healthy. You want to be as healthy as you possibly can. Obviously, the Andrews injury is huge, but you also we had the Jaguars lost, Pittsburgh lost, and KC lost. Like, I don't think we could have asked for a better situation for us to be going into a game against the Rams, who we'll get into that, but I think we steamroll the fucking Rams.
Weather is the only reason I don't agree with you.
Me too.
I think that
I still think we do.
Well,
it's such a hard. It's a hard gambling week now too because of this fucking weather.
Yeah. If it wasn't 20 it's the 20-mile-an-hour winds and the rain that I'm like, it's gonna, alter the game plan. If there was no weather, I feel like I'm with Grant. Like we'd steamroll the, fuck out of the
But
rain.
it's gonna hurt them more than it's gonna hurt us.
I don't disagree with you at all. I don't, and it's like Drew and I have had this conversation already tonight on PSF, so it's we're both going to feel weird because we're repeating ourselves. But like I think Grant, you'll agree with me here. We are built to play in bad weather because we can run the ball with Lamar, with Gus, with Keaton Mitchell, and obviously we can supplement that throwing the ball. You don't want to throw the ball too much, especially because we've seen what happens when our receivers aren't having a great day. But the Rams, if they can't throw the ball, they're one-dimensional, and they don't have a guy behind Kyren Williams. And Kyren Williams is good, but he's thriving because of the passing offense. Like that's what's giving him opportunity. So if that's not working, and you can just key on him, that's not going to work against this defense. I mean, maybe it could work against some opponents, not us, and they don't really have anyone behind him to pivot to. So,
and it's worth pointing out too, Stafford is not the same guy after that injury. Like, I would say 10 years ago, Matthew Stafford could probably throw in 20-mile-an-hour winds and rain and not care.
Yeah.
But he's lost a little bit on the ball. He's gotten older. He's gotten hurt.
He's accurate. He's accurate. He can make every throw. He can make every throw. But I think the weather, the wind is an issue.
And I think, essentially with the weather, and I want to say that I think that Baltimore can pass the ball in this weather because of what we've seen this year that Monkey can do with the short to intermediate routes in the passing game. Lamar has
screens.
He has a bullwhip. So the screens, the quick passes, the quick seams, the end breaking routes, the crossing routes, the stuff where he's waiting until the second window type deal. Like the wind doesn't affect Lamar's throws on those
because he keeps them low.
So
he keeps them low and tight.
But a wet field might mess with Zay or Odell's ability to kind of cut in on a pass.
That's it.
Like that. So
that's the job.
I'm not saying we can't throw, but I'm on paper Grant's right. Like we can complete that pass. I just don't know if Zay's taking a ball that in normal weather he'd take for a 50-yard touchdown. Maybe he's catching it and only getting 7 yards.
We have a guest appearance from Trippy's parlay. Trippy's parlay.
Hey, they talking about rain. That's what I'm dialing up right
I like
there.
that. Oh shit! Yeah. Hey, send that to me. Okay.
I'm about to screenshot it from my
iPad. Gus got 10 of them things already.
Gus is like NFL Blake Corum, just inside of 5 yards.
Oh, fuck, my iPad died. Shit. Damn. I'm gonna send it to you though. I remember though. It's basically Keaton Mitchell to score, Lamar, Gus, and all three of them over on their rushing yards.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that a lot.
So I mean, we're kind of in the Rams preview here. I
no
guess,
intro needed.
Yeah. I forgot Jake was here, to be honest. Hadn't talked to him.
And you told me shut the fuck up. So what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do?
Jake, get us into the Rams.
This is a good time. This is a good time to show. Oh, you can't see it, but
we're already into the Rams. Hey,
I'm drinking.
Continue onward.
I'm drinking something called Nashville Barrel Company, single barrel straight rye. It is 117.3 proof. So
this is 126 proof for the record. So I'm more of an adult than Will, but
I'm drinking a Natty Light because I'm trying to get Kevin on.
Drew outweighs me by 100 pounds. So
yeah, I mean,
this is a zero proof. This is a zero proof. Sponsored by Liquid Death, you bitches.
I just don't understand why Wild Turkey or Elijah Craig have not reached out to me to sponsor us for the record. Just missed marketing opportunities by them. Yeah.
Well, and I was drinking Wild Turkey on the. I was drinking Wild Turkey on the podcast for the past 2 weeks. So.
Yeah, you. Will's not built for the Wild Turkey life like I am.
Hey, after the first one got me. The second time I was good.
Yeah.
I've adjusted now this I've been drinking this all week, and I mean this is higher.
It's funny as shit because we can't even see what you.
I know it looks like I'm holding a ghost. No, but I've been drinking this 118 proof all week, and I'm adjusted now, buddy. So watch out.
It's about time.
Dang.
You got 25 years of life experience on me, and you just figured out how to
Life,
drink.
but listen, I typically prefer a bourbon that's in the 90 to 100 range, and you like it fucking like torpedo fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can't even use this. You can't even use a cell phone next to Drew's bourbon.
Yeah.
Some of us are adults, and some of us are not.
Well,
I may only be 30.
I think
33.
I think your argument is flawed.
47.
I think Grant would agree with me. The guy drinking the one that the flavor is better to him as opposed to.
But I like the kick. That's the flavor that I go for.
Yeah, but the kick you're talking about is just like you like heartburn.
I don't get heartburn.
I think you just don't know what it is.
Maybe there's a solid possibility.
You gotta have a heart to burn.
Exactly. That's more the
Drew's like, I don't like heartburn. I just like it when my esophagus feels like it's gonna come out of my asshole.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I eat Taco Bell. Same.
Taco Bell. What the fuck?
Top notch eating establishment. Don't slander Taco Bell.
They got French fries, right?
Yeah, they got
nacho fries.
And
Steak
those grilled
is-
cheese
No, they
fries or
got
whatever.
I think they got the regular ones too. I went there to go get the regular ones.
Yeah, they got
Hey, and you know
grilled
what,
cheese
too?
fries too.
I had Wendy's breakfast this morning, and that shit was
Dang.
hard.
Is it good?
If Wendy's had better coffee,
I never
they'd
had
be
it.
the best. If Wendy's had better coffee, they'd be better than McDonald's for breakfast.
They give you like seasoned potato wedges for like your side.
Yeah, they
and,
do.
like instead of and they're bomb too. And I got like the honey something chicken sandwich. Oh my!
They got a chicken sandwich for
I ain't gonna lie
breakfast?
to-
Yeah, it's got like spicy honey on it. It comes on a biscuit.
Oh,
it's
I might go get that
Oh,
tomorrow.
I had heard about Wendy's breakfast, and I was like driving by.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not
kid off to
bad.
school, and I was
It's
like,
phenomenal.
I gotta try it. Yeah, it's
their
better
coffee
than like.
sucks.
All
It's
right.
better than McDonald's, but their
I
coffee-
might do that. I might do that tomorrow.
Their coffee is terrible.
I've been. Oh yeah, I'm not getting coffee from Wendy's. What are you crazy? No. I don't know why. I don't know why Chick-fil-A did this. Chick-fil-A had a spicy chicken biscuit sandwich in the morning.
That
But it
was
was
stupid.
They only had it in like certain locations, and then it disappeared, and I've never seen it again. It was like the best fucking thing they had. It was great.
Raising Cane's is the only thing that competes with KFC.
Raising Cane's is awesome. I've only had it one time. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, I had it
it's
one
the
time too.
Cane sauce is just fucking out of this world.
It's
I had it
awesome.
when I went to New Orleans last year.
They opened one up by my office. I've been there like
They have a couple here in Maryland, Trippy.
What I mean, I heard is I don't know if the one out Owens Mills are open yet, but I heard there was one coming out there. I guess I go when they open out there.
Where was I when I saw that?
Bro, that one out Towson, is it ain't really nowhere to park.
Oh,
like
you know
you
where
got-
I saw it? I was in Westminster. Westminster. That's where I saw it. So that's out by McDaniel.
Matter of fact, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
I was surprised when I saw that one because
There's
a lot
one
of
out
stuff
there. Yeah, there's one out there, and then there's one. Where is it?
Damn, they got them. Damn.
Like down in Crofton, maybe Crofton.
You guys are like speaking Spanish to me right now. I got no idea where any of this shit is.
Yeah. So, but those are the only two I know of. But you said there's one
Shout
in
out Cane's.
Towson too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out
Like
Cane's
before you hit like the
Coffee
main
Square.
strip, it's like right. I can't remember the name of that street, but it's right. Like if you coming up York Road, like from the city way, it's right. You can't miss it. But
Okay.
I don't like where it's set up at. It's like kind of stupid for real. Like it's on the corner, so it's like you can't park right there.
Within a 2-minute walk of my office, there's a Chick-fil-A, a Chipotle, and a Raising Cane's. So I'm like totally fucked. After 2 days a week, I go to the office. I'm totally fucked.
Yeah, you're gonna have to work from. If you're like, I'm gonna go on a diet, you got to work from home.
Yeah, I can't go into work because it's just right there. And then there's
that's where that Fenway money's going.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, let's get back into the Rams.
I think
Jake, what the fuck? Why are you even here, Jake? Get us back on track.
Also, Jake,
Hey, man.
you own Buffalo Wild Wings, like 10 locations, and you're letting us talk about other chicken restaurants. Like, the fuck are you doing?
Hey, man.
Horrible
Raising Cane's is solid. First off, Raising Cane's is solid. It's a different kind of dynamic. You're not getting saucy ass wings at Cane's. You're getting some fucking chicken tenders. Number two, they have like Yeah, they have a few locations around my neck of the woods. There's one in Lodi, one in Stockton. There's fucking one maybe 5 minutes away from my domicile. So hey, every blue moon because they stay open hella late too, which is nice. So we can go through at the drive-through like 1 in the morning and get some fucking chicken. If I really want
you know what?
to,
Okay.
That is tight.
We're giving all this free pub to Raising Cane's as if our podcast moves the needle here. But so Raising Cane's,
I'm open.
Raising Cane's, the customer service at Raising Cane's was even better than fucking Chick-fil-A. It was incredible. These people were the friendliest people in the fucking world. It was
Why
awesome.
do you talk to people at restaurants? They have mobile apps. You don't have to talk to anybody. You put your order in, you walk in.
Dude, I didn't know it was there. And I saw it and I was like, oh, fuck, I have to go to this place because people talk about it. So like, I didn't know. I certainly didn't have an app at that point. So I got in line and the friendliest people in the fucking world. It was like a Chick-fil-A experience, but like Chick-fil-A if you were in like the suite, like the club level.
Yeah, see, Chick-fil-A, all friendly customer service throws me off. I don't want to fucking talk to anybody. Give me my goddamn food. Let me leave.
It surprised me, but it was and this is not taking away from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is always a good customer service experience, but the Raising Cane's experience was better than Chick-fil-A.
That's my least favorite part about Chick-fil-A is people are nice. Like, shut up and give me my food. Don't tell me I have a nice day.
That's why they had never had one in Baltimore City.
There is one in Baltimore. There's a Chick-fil-A.
No, not in the city?
Yeah, right in the Inner Harbor. There's a Shake Shack.
That shit don't count for real. Because if you think about it, that's downtown. So of course they're going to have that fat. I'm talking about like in the city,
like a standalone, like a McDonald's.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah. With a drive-through, all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit gonna be what? That's gonna be the worst Chick-fil-A in America.
They're gonna outsource the hiring. Like, hey, we gotta hire some people from like Bel Air to come down here and work.
No,
I mean they found people to work at Chick-fil-A in Boston and be friendly, so I'm sure you guys can figure it out.
But no, real shit, real quick. Not to just to say something real quick, like, cause that shit be sad. Like, you'll go to a city fast food spot, right? And you might be waiting there for 20 minutes, but when you go out in the county, it's like in and out. Even if you gotta wait, sir, we dropping fresh fries or some shit, but you still ain't waiting as long. Even in the drive-thru, you be like, what the fuck? Like, that should be crazy.
Would you ever want to work at a fast food restaurant in a city? Fuck no. I'd go to one outside the city.
Hey,
I used to work one
quick anecdote.
A while ago.
I went to McDonald's in 1989 on
I wasn't even born yet.
On Ford Avenue. On Ford Avenue.
Neither was I.
Ford Avenue in Baltimore.
That's the year I was born. Damn.
Listen, I was in McDonald's on Fort Avenue, and I met Ben McDonald. He was in line just buying fucking McDonald's for himself, and I met Ben McDonald.
But did you meet Mike McDonald?
No.
Trippy has. Just saying. Just saying. So Mike McDonald is keys to the game. See, look at that transition. I'm not even the goddamn moderator, and I can pull that off, Jake.
Well, first of all, you already dove into keys of the game. So why are we going to keys of the game? Why don't we just get into scores?
Because I was gonna tie it up in a nice bow and then kick it off to Grant to get a score prediction. Somebody's got to moderate this shit. Somebody's got to moderate. So keys to the game: don't turn the fucking ball over. Mike McDonald, keep doing your thing. Grant, tell me the score. See, look how I did that. Count.
There you go.
You want my score?
Yes.
So I mean, I'm gonna go. I mean, I still think we put it on. I'm going 27-13. I don't think we quite get 30, but I think that we're gonna be able to control the clock, sustain the game. I think we're gonna get turnovers on defense. We're gonna put a lot of pressure on Stafford. They're not gonna be able to stretch the ball down the field. Kyron Williams isn't gonna run the ball. So I mean, the way I think our defense is gonna completely control the game. And I think that our offense is going to do what they have to do. It's going to be a heavy run game. I think all three running backs could potentially score. But I think, I'm going 27-13. And I swear, I think they're going to go purple on purple. I don't know why, but I have a feeling they're going to go purple on purple.
Yeah, Cassie. Shout out Cassie for
I had to
for
laugh
cucking
at that
us.
shit, yo. Like, yeah.
Cassie cucked us hard.
She basically admitted it too. She basically admitted it.
So
Yep.
Cassie
She said, well, Odell
Yeah.
said it on the presser. Yeah, she made sure she covered her ass, right?
I was gonna say black on purple this week, though. To be fair, not purple.
Nah, that's regular season finale.
Dude, I'm pissed at myself. I am pissed at myself because you know Zach, New Era Zach.
Yeah.
So he had a tweet on Sunday or Saturday, whatever. It was like no score predictions this week because we're off, whatever. And I was like, I was gonna respond to him and be like, here's a uniform prediction for next week. And I've been saying all year, I think I predicted this earlier this year, right? I said purple on purple, not color rush, purple on purple. We're due to wear purple on purple. So this was going to be the week for me that we were going to wear purple on purple because we're at home. Next week we're at the Jags away, so we can't wear it. So just like the opportunities are slipping away. So I thought this was going to be the week, and then I did not reply to him because I was like, whatever. Then I'm going to get these fucking weirdos talking about their opinions about uniforms without they have no data. They're stupid. They don't know what they're talking about. So I was like, fuck it. I'm not going to get I don't want my notifications getting all fucked up. So I didn't do it. And then, then Odell sold me out. What the fuck? Trippy, you got to take that up with his dad.
I got a hot conspiracy theory here. So Cassie has been showing love to Trippy in the social media posts. He's been featured in a couple of them. Okay. Cassie doesn't want Will to be right on the uniform ever again because Will has not been right on the uniform prediction in about, 6 months, give or take.
I was right. I was right like 2 or 3 times to start the year.
Yeah. And then nobody cares about week 1, 2, and 3 though. I'm just saying recently Trippy and I have been the uniform guys. If you look back every week, either one Trippy or me is right. So I don't know. I'm just saying. I think.
Well, let's also be fair. You have picked like a bitch all year, and every time it's a home game, you pick purple on white like a fucking basic bitch. Just because you want to win, just because you want to win, just because you want to be right, not because that's what you think, just because you want to be right.
Yeah,
we take it over, Drew. We went in the
is there a mark in the left?
All that.
Is there a mark in the left column or the right column?
Yeah, right.
Dude,
just win's a win.
It is.
Doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile.
I wish this was like on YouTube because like when you keep doing this, your hand enters in your backdrop right where Lamar's hand is. So your white man hand turns into a black man's hand. Do it again. Do it again. Hold on. Go right there.
There it is. Yep, there it is.
Oh, I gotta turn my screen around. I can't even see. Do it again.
We're looking at the wrong side of the screen.
He keeps putting his hand up and then turns into Lamar Jackson's hand. I'm like, what? Yep. I was like looking at it like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, maybe Grant's Lamar. I don't know. That hand fits in a little too well. I'm not gonna lie.
It's possible.
All right, Jake, do you want to give your score prediction?
Yeah, why not? Matt Stafford's going to throw 3 picks. Ravens win 23-10.
Trippy.
It sounded like Jake said Matt Stover.
Matt Stover would probably throw 3 picks.
I mean, looking at the weather, I was going to say like 40-something to like 17, but I'm gonna say a solid 31 to like 15.
15. What a number. Wow, what a number. So they're just
going to hold on. No. Oh, yeah. They're going to kick. It'll probably be like a 5 field goal type game. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So I had a theory that we were going to come on here and Trippy, when we give out our gambling picks, Trippy was going to be like, we're talking all day about how weather. Trippy's going to be like, yeah, I'm with that. Lamar, 350 passing yards, 5 touchdowns.
No.
You're like, I was going to say 47-17, but I'm going to dial it back a little bit and say, what do you say? 34-15?
31-15.
That is a wild score.
Late Tutty, get the 2-point conversion, make it down to 16.
It could certainly happen. That is a wild score.
Will, do you want to go next? Or do you want me to go next?
Yeah. I'm gonna say 26-10.
I had 24-10.
So
basically,
the three of us are in the same ballpark.
Grant, and Jake are all very close to each other. I think.
Yeah.
Grant,
so when Grant said we were gonna like murder them, I was thinking Grant was gonna have the like 31-7 score. But I'm actually more in line. I'm actually more in line with Grant than I thought. So he was just a little bit more.
What did you say? Hold on. You said 27 to 13, right?
Yeah, 27.
Yeah, Grant said 27-13.
One touchdown, 2 field goals.
And I got 24-10. So, same 14-point gap. Just little lesser score. Again, without the weather, I think we win like 45-6. But
right, that's the same thing I was telling people on Twitter that day. Like, if it don't, but I mean, who knows how the weather gonna be though? Shit.
24-10, Drew.
Yeah, 24-10.
They said it was going to rain today. It was snowing. So,
Jake, you were
23-10.
23-10. Okay. Trippy was 31-15.
15. I should have switched my shit. I should have said 13. That's what I should have said.
That's what
I like the 5. I like the 5 field goals.
I was when I was waiting for you to say it, because in my head I was thinking it was going to be either 10 or 13, but 15 you threw me for a fucking loop, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried to switch it up sometimes. I don't know. Hey, as long as the Ravens get the win, I don't give a fuck. You feel me?
So I won her by 50.
So hold on. Grant, Drew, Jake, and me all picked the Rams to score 10 points.
And I picked 15. So now I feel bad because me and Mike.
Grant picked 13.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, Grant did pick 13. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So if you took 3 points away from Grant's score, then we all picked 10. But
damn, I feel bad now because now I'm gonna be telling Mike Sunday like, "Hey Mike,
but see, we all
10 points." And here I go saying 15 on the podcast.
See, but you had more faith in him because we all thought they're gonna score a touchdown.
Yep.
And you're like, it's just going to be 5 field goals.
Hey,
yeah.
Right.
That's fair.
You're advocating the bend but don't break defense, and we're like, they're going to get burnt once and then not break the rest of the game.
60 minutes.
All 60.
Right, should we do gambling?
So I just want to get the gambling picks out. Just in general, I feel like we're all going to pick, the running backs to score. I think Keaton Mitchell and Gus Edwards anytime touchdowns, and probably a Lamar anytime touchdown will be on everybody's ticket, right?
Well, I don't know about everybody, but they're going to be in play.
That's what I'm saying is that we're all. So let's get a little more creative than just those 3.
I am going to get more creative, and Trippy knows I have a little system going right now that's working for me because I don't know if you tailed me or not, but when Trippy and I had a little meetup at Jimmy's Seafood 2 weeks ago, and I showed him.
Well, then you guys had your little live bet fest on PSF too.
That's true.
Yeah, that motherfucker almost hit too, boy.
Yo, I hit that week. I think that might have been my best week in terms of how many bets I hit. I think I hit like 8 bets.
I almost made up for my deficit last week with the correctly predicting the college football playoffs.
Yeah, the playoff.
Credit to me, actually.
Man. Futures can really change.
I put that in a day. I put that in a day before because I just had
still a future.
Hey,
though.
Drew, I'm a ride
betting
with
on future
boys,
outcomes.
Drew, but I'm saying though, please don't let me down.
Yeah, Trippy, welcome to the life of a Michigan fan. You're bound.
You nervous?
No, I think that they're gonna win, but every week they find a way to fuck me. I took the over. I'm like, oh, Michigan's a minus 21.5. Like, there's no way they don't score 34.5 points combined and just fucking win 26-0.
I didn't.
I got fucking
dude.
I got fucking boned by that Oregon Washington.
It's incredible. Drew watches more Michigan football than anyone I've ever met in my life. Right? He watches it every single second of every play, but the guy doesn't learn anything from watching that he can apply to gambling. I swear to God, he's fucking blind.
I'm a blind fanboy for Michigan. That's fine.
You are. It's true.
Watching Michigan games.
I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but like Jesus Christ,
you think the Orioles are going to win, like the World Series, and then they get swept in the first round. It's the same kind of deal as that. That's your blind spot.
Could be.
Dang.
Could be.
That's fucked up. Yeah, throwing shots at
it could be, but Drew gives me great Michigan gambling tips, and then he just like fucks himself by like betting
Well, I can't bet on
over
play.
in the Michigan Iowa game. Are you crazy?
I mean,
34. It's 34.
It's 34 for a reason. That's why I'm scared of the game tomorrow. Like I want to bet. I want to take the under, but I want to bump it to like 39.5 because I'm scared.
I'm gonna take the alternate under of like that is gonna be a 3-0 overtime win for somebody.
It could be, but like I'm so scared that I'm gonna ride the over too hard, or excuse me, the under, and then it's gonna be like a fucking 20.
If I can take under
28 to 24 game or some shit.
If I can take under 14, I'm gonna take it.
Hey, Will, I'm gonna tell you what my man Sosa on Twitter told me. Sosa pick. Shout out to my guy. He always say, man, check the weather.
Yep.
So you gotta check the weather, you feel me? Because if it's gonna be like a rainy, nasty type of day, you might want to take the under.
Oh, no. Listen, if there's bad weather, I'm taking the under. But like 24 hours ago, the total was 30.5, and it's dropped to 29.5. Have you ever seen a fucking NFL total under 30 ever?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Can I take the Patriots under 0.5?
It was the Giants and Patriots.
I think I would take it.
You might be able to, yeah. But I mean, I think you can take the total period. I mean, like I think you can do it from like 2.5 points and up.
After
alternate totals.
After Michigan, and then after I got fucked by half a point by Oregon and Washington, I would have won like $7,000 this weekend if they fucking scored half a point more in that game. So Oregon, Washington. So fuck that. So I'm taking all unders. Team under for Patriots. Team under for the Steelers. Under for the game. Parlay that shit together and let's get paid. No,
right,
nobody's.
Let's do gambling for our game.
Yeah, gambling for the important game. So I think this is the Patrick Ricard week.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw that out every week. Yep, but I have a real feeling this week.
That's the goal. Hey, we got 18 weeks. We got 18 tries. So I mean,
bro, the last game they played, he was plus 800. Like,
bro, he almost scored though.
I know, but fucking FanDuel
plus 800 is not plus 800 is not great value for Pat Ricard.
And so I'm like, what are you doing to me, FanDuel? Like, come on.
Wasn't it like, I don't know, plus like 3,900 at one point?
It was like plus, I think it was
up there, 2,700.
Yeah, 27. Yeah, plus 2,700, plus 3,000, somewhere in that ballpark. It had been, multiple times.
Yeah, so when I see plus 800, to me that might as well be like minus 200.
Well, so I saw the plus 800 last week, and I'm like, oh shit, FanDuel got the script. They know that Patrick Ricard's going to score, and they don't want to pay me. And then he didn't score, so this is the week. This is the Patrick Ricard touchdown week.
Are you putting this in your parlay?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm that confident. I'm going to put that, and I'm going to put Lamar. So what's his over-under for rushing right now?
47.5.
47.5, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to take Lamar 50+ because I'll get better odds on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to rush for like 60 or 70 yards, but 50 is the safe option there.
Yep.
Keaton Mitchell 40+, Gus 40+, and then I'm going to go with a Gus anytime touchdown as well. That's going to be my parlay for the week.
That's going to be great value on that parlay. That's probably going to be
better than my college football playoff.
Probably I was going to say it's probably going to be like plus 25, 2,600. That would be my guess.
Yeah, and that was plus 3,700. So.
Okay. Grant, what do you got?
I think I'm going to go with the three backs. I think Justice Hill, Keaton Mitchell, and Gus all get one. And I think there's going to be sprinkled in a passing touchdown in there.
Who's the passing touchdown to?
I think it's going to be either Aguilar or Likely.
So I'm thinking Kohler's my long shot touchdown solo bet this week.
I would think about him because, he should be the red zone guy. But I just have a feeling like he likes looking – I don't know.
So,
for some reason, Aguilar sticks out to me.
So I had dinner tonight with Big Dog's son, and it was a meeting, a business meeting, obviously, to talk about the Big Dog son parlay. And he said – Isaiah Likely, and I said, "You sure about that? Because I think it's a Charlie Kohler week." And he said,
"Yeah,
who's Charlie Kohler?" So I had to let him know.
Which
Mr.
I can
Yuri,
understand. You could
Yuri, cover your
say,
ears.
You could say Kohler, and it
Oh,
would really get some boost because it's the 88 episode.
This reminded me. Can we address the fucking? I've seen multiple morons online with the Zach Ertz shit and getting bent out of shape of us not drafted. Signing Zach Ertz. Like we just drafted two tight ends.
No one signed him yet. We may sign him. Who knows?
But I'm saying that I'm saying so he's been rumored to the 49ers today. It was the Eagles the other day. Like, if EDC signed Zach Ertz, that same people complaining that we didn't go get him and didn't make the championship-winning move to go get him would say, "Oh, so much for your 2 4th-round picks last year."
Right.
Like,
no, I mean, not only that, but I mean, we just watched a guy. I mean, I'm a big Vokalek guy. We just watched him tear up the whole preseason. If you're not going to use Likely or Kohler, let Vokalek get some shake.
Well, here's the bigger thing. When Mark Andrews got hurt, that's the exact moment that OBJ turned into the guy that we have been waiting for him to be all season. So, like, when Mark Andrews goes down, then that means it's not necessarily like you need a tight end to step in for him, because we have Isaiah Likely last year played, he got a lot of snaps. Mark Andrews was hurt for a game and a half, right? So he got starting, opportunity. So, like, Isaiah Likely is a clear tight end too. Charlie Kohler, there's a reason we drafted him basically at the same time we drafted Likely. So, I mean, I don't know.
So I'm gonna shout out my real life friends here. When Ertz became available, somebody, like we've all been Ravens fans together, we've gone to a couple games together, said, we should go get him. And the argument against it was that, like, we have these young guys, like let's see what we have. Like, there's no rush in going out to sign a veteran. Zach Ertz is not the same Zach Ertz of 5 years ago from Philly either. And I feel like that's what people are missing.
You're right.
So, like, why, again, I think Zach Ertz is probably a better overall tight end than Isaiah Likely and Charlie Kohler. Isaiah Likely is a much better receiver than Zach Ertz. No, I'm saying so. Isaiah, yeah, exactly. Like we have these two guys that can fill those roles that you need. You need a blocking tight end, and you need a pass catching tight end. And so we already have them on the roster. So, like, fucking, let's see what they have. Like, let's let them do something.
At the same time, I would not.
To get back to mine too. I was gonna say take Ravens on the spread.
So you want to add that?
Are we just doing anytime?
No. You can.
Whatever you do whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Yeah. So I was gonna say all 3 running backs scored.
Ravens
and the points.
Ravens points. Okay.
What's the spread at right now?
7.5.
Oh,
7.5.
ESPN says 7.
Well, no difference. There's no difference there.
So look, right over. Look, I'm gonna call this the Patrick Queen special, the 6-leg special.
Oh shit! Okay.
Lamar anytime touchdown, Gus anytime touchdown, Keaton Mitchell anytime touchdown. Over on Lamar rushing yards. Over on Gus rushing yards.
Hold on. Oh, that's the one you showed me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Lamar, Gus, Keaton touchdowns, and then Lamar, Gus, Keaton over rushing.
Yeah.
All right.
So I ain't gonna lie. The Ravens 7.5.
Okay. Look, you could parlay. Excuse me. You could parlay that all together, right? But if you want to, like, add the spread on there, go ahead, because that's what I might do.
What are Bateman's receiving numbers? What's his over?
Sick.
He didn't practice today.
Oh, he didn't. I thought he was.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
I didn't just look.
I mean, I know it'd be kind of scary because, like, even when it was raining, the Ravens still was throwing the ball. You feel me? But I think I'm gonna stay away from, like, the receiving yards. I gotta see how the weather look first.
If they set him at like 17 or like 23 or something like that, I'd take that shit all day.
All right, so I'm gonna remind you of something. I believe it was the Patriots game last year. Maybe.
Well, when it was raining?
The rain one was 2 years ago.
No. Okay.
The one where
that's not the one I'm thinking of.
We got embarrassed.
No, so it's okay. So Bateman is in year 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Believe this was Bateman's rookie year. When did Bateman hurt his foot?
Last year.
Last year, right?
Yeah.
All right.
His rookie year too, I thought.
he
No, it was
hurt
Okay.
too.
It was his
Okay,
quad.
listen. I can't narrow it down between which year it was, but Bateman, I feel like it was his rookie year. People were trying to give him way too much bailout on this, but it was rainy.
Buffalo. It was Buffalo. That it was raining and windy. Grant was there. Grant recorded the podcast with us next week. He was miserable.
Oh, the home game. That was was
the home game because he dropped 3 passes.
Last year.
He dropped 3 passes. He dropped 3 passes.
Grant was ready to kill Mike McDonald, kill John Harbaugh, kill Rashad Bateman. He basically wanted everybody on it.
I wanted everybody done.
I was so happy.
Being at that fucking game and just watching how that game unfolded, we should have ran away with that fucking game.
I still feel like the one I'm talking about.
3 scores. It should have been a 3-score game.
No, it was Will. It was that game. It was Bateman got dinged up and he dropped a bunch of passes early. He got dinged up and he didn't play the end.
Okay.
Yeah, he dropped. That
sounds
right.
That sounds right.
In breaking route.
That sounds right.
Like
now, if I'm wrong, anybody who's listening to this who wants to take it up with someone, take it up with Grant and Drew, because they're the ones who are insisting that this is the game I'm talking about. But all I know is that Rashad Bateman dropped 3 passes that game. He dropped 2 in the first half and 1 basically like right out of the gate in the second half, and then I feel like he got hurt, and I feel like maybe he got hurt on the third one that he dropped.
That sounds about right. I know that he sucked early and then sucked to start off the second half and then didn't play, and everybody was calling him soft, and
and then he isn't practicing the first practice off the bye.
I wonder if he has white. Is he going down the Rudy Gobert route of being the white lung carrier, the new disease that's coming from China? Jake, am I allowed to talk about that because it's not COVID?
Well, there's another Chinese virus coming out. I was on.
Oh, you didn't read? Oh, it's the exact same thing as COVID. Like,
oh no shit. So you're gonna take some NyQuil, some fucking juice, some soup, and then heal up.
No, it's just some mythical disease that affects your breathing from China that's coming, the November before an election. So
you know what? I'm finally putting together why Jake is so hardcore on this. It's because he's an electrician. So these union guys are very much against the limitation of people being able to go to work, right?
I'm not a union Sparky yet. We haven't had that conversation.
Sparky. I'm not Sparky yet.
Yeah. I mean,
we're learning lingo here. We're fucking.
I only want to
brushing up on our vernacular.
Now.
Yeah.
Hey, I only want to call you Sparky.
I left out a sleeper pit. I know it's going to rain, right? But I feel like Odell going to get in the end zone.
Odell touchdown. Holy shit.
Revenge game against the former team. Right. I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
I like it.
And you know what? Okay, I'm just checking your numbers here. You're good. I was gonna say, I think you may have predicted more points scored on your parlay than you did in your score prediction, but you picked 31. You picked 31, so you're good.
Are you really questioning Trippy's like math here? Again, like that man has like.
I mean, he just 10 minutes later just suggested that we add that to his parlay.
No. I was going to say it. I bet was going to say it, but it slipped my mind though. So
Trippy's got a spreadsheet. Trippy's got a piece of paper in front of him that's got all these crazy mathematical calculations, and that's how he came to these the final score.
Listen, I saw firsthand. I sat next to him, and he scrolled all his tickets, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I felt
a lottery receipt.
It was like reading. It was like trying to read the Bible like cover to cover.
Yeah,
so fucking long.
Jake, what are your long shot gambling picks this week before we let Will close it out?
You know what? Let's go Froggy, I guess. Let's go. I like your man, Project Pat, finally getting in the end zone. So let's go anytime Teddy for Project Pat, anytime Teddy for Isaiah Likely, anytime Teddy for Charlie Kohler.
Wow.
Those are the 3.
3 tight ends. 3 tight ends.
That sounds like a 3 passing type of
shit.
touchdown.
Patrick Ricard is not a tight end. Patrick Ricard is not a tight end. He's an athlete. Let's be.
There you go.
If he scores, if he scores though, it counts as a tight end touchdown. So I'm saying that's a cool. I like that. That's a cool little anytime touchdown parlay. All the tight ends.
We get Keaton Mitchell 70 yards rushing.
You didn't say that about my running backs. Fuck you too, Will.
That's boring. That's boring, Grant. We're all about the
man, Grant. I'm trying to put together a parlay that'll put someone's kid.
You have a prediction that has Justice Hill touching the ball. So, I'm not excited about it.
Yeah, that threw me off. Justin
they
Hill
love giving it to him inside the 10 for some reason. If Gus,
the most important part of the field. Let's give it to the guy that fucking fumbles all the time.
Look, I could have seen if Grant would have said Lamar, but he said, all three running backs. I had said something like, what you call Lamar, running back? But no, he's talking about Justice Hill.
Jake, what's your last leg?
I said Kohler Tutty, Likely Tutty,
Ricard,
but weren't
Tutty.
Yeah, and then you had something else.
It was Keaton Mitchell
70 plus
70 yards.
Oh, Keaton Mitchell. Okay.
I like that.
70 plus rushing yards.
That's plus money too. Even Gus Edwards at 50 yards plus money.
I'm trying to do God's work over here, man. You put $5 and you get a whole bunch more money coming your way if you put in that ticket parlay. That's all.
The best thing is that that's like a ticket you put $10 on, you win like $2,000, and Jake can't do it because he's
right. That's because we're in fucking California.
I am honestly I'm gonna bet all of these except Grant's because I'm not betting on Justice Hill.
That's fair. I mean, Grant,
no,
it's not.
Don't do that to my man.
Hold on.
No.
Listen, I love Grant. He knows that.
That shit might happen, bro. Then you might be regretting that shit.
I can't, in good conscience, support Justice Hill touching the ball.
This is
all right.
like
25 yards. Don't even do the touchdown. 25.
I don't want him to touch the ball.
So here's the thing: we're going to be up. The other two will have already scored, and we're going to get a garbage time touchdown in the fourth with him in the game inside the 15.
The way that now, I would ordinarily, I don't hate the logic, but what I've seen is that we're probably going to be really conservative if that's the case, what you're predicting there, and it would, especially after the last time with Zay getting the touchdown that everyone fucking wanted to cry about.
Yeah.
I think the running backs are going to be coached to go down. Period. Do not go in the end zone.
You think Justice Hill follows coaching? Coach tells him to not fumble the ball, and he still fumbles it. He's a rebel.
It's true. That's true.
Just saying.
All right. Here's my picks. Lamar, 40 plus rushing, I should say. Obviously not passing. Keaton Mitchell 40 plus. Sorry, I'm typing this as I say it. Gus Edwards anytime touchdown. Isaiah Likely anytime touchdown.
And are we doing songs because is Max going to be back to edit?
We'll do songs because if he's not, I'll figure it out.
I'm just thinking of Grant or Jake. Jake, go first, and I'm just going to vote for yours anyway. Or hold on, who else just stood out?
Oh, actually, that's me. Well, no, because they never turned in the vote. That's right, never turned in the vote, so who fucking knows? It's a 5-way on of actual 5-person poll if we can.
You can't.
There's we cannot.
Only do 4.
Well, nose goes.
Who was first? Or who was last?
We have no idea because Tribby turned off his screen and Grant never put his finger on his nose.
Grant technically won the last vote.
Okay.
But
that's true.
Well, in that case,
he did.
So it'll just be the 4 of us: you, me, Trivy, and Will.
Grant, how does it feel to win more polls than Will?
There you go.
Thoughts?
I mean, sometimes you just got to go out on top and you got to win. And that's what I'm here for. Yep. I'm here to win polls.
That's something John Harbaugh will say.
Yep.
Agreed.
I don't know. I'll have to look into it.
Yeah, we'll have to look
and I got to pause myself on there too because I mentioned that I like polls. So I got to pause on that. So
Well,
we're talking about like voting polls.
You liked Ryan polls.
We mean,
you liked Ryan
yeah,
polls.
we mean voting polls.
You like voting polls, so you might like the other kind of poll.
If the listeners,
Grant is a known fan of
that's
polls.
just wild.
Grant's a
He
big
is a
polls
known
guy.
fan of polls, Mr. Ryan Polls. That's right. He did. But
He's just a
anyway,
big-
Grant is
Grant's
a big
polls.
supporter of polls.
Grant's polls enthusiast.
yep, that is correct.
You're
But
welcome.
anywho,
All right, Jake, pick your song. Nobody's gonna vote for.
Christmas is 2 weeks away, so I'm going August Burns Red, Carol of the Bells.
Nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about. Perfect.
Hold
Great,
on.
great.
Because you don't have
That's
taste.
That's a perfect. No, I'm complimenting your choice because nobody knows what the fuck you're talking
What is it?
about. which
Red
exactly-
Carol of the Bells?
No, August Burns Red is the name of the band. The song is Carol of the Bells. You know Carol of the Bells.
Yeah, we know that, but hold on.
Yeah.
What's the name of the band?
August Burns Red.
Oh, August Burns Red. I know that. Okay, I know that.
Yeah, man,
August
it's fucking
Burns
tight.
Red. What the fuck? How the fuck they be coming out with group songs like that? I mean, names like that.
Who the fuck
August
knows?
Burns Red.
You gotta ask them.
How does the guy come up with Young Thug?
Oh, don't
so
worry,
should I
'cause that's
go-
gonna be
should
one
I
of-
go next?
He definitely
That's
gonna be
that's
on
my
my song
choice.
selection.
Yeah,
so I
he's
know me
mine
and Will
too.
gonna win this week. Me and Will
Hold on,
gonna win.
he's mine too. So do you want to go first, Trippy?
No,
Or
no,
do you
no,
want me to go first?
no. You go first. You go first.
I'm gonna go Young Thug Memo. MEMO. Will.
Well, that's the actual way it's spelled.
Yeah.
Unlike the
He's
last
human.
time. Finito spelled Faneto. What the fuck? That's not how it's spelled, man.
Yeah, Young Thug Memo. Where great
I'm
song choice. I'm sure Trippy has a
turn.
good one too.
My turn. Yeah,
Trippy?
I got a good one, and I'm pretty sure, man. Agent Zero, listen to the podcast. He gonna love this one. Give me Young Thug, Future, and Future. It's called All the Smoke. We want all the smoke. I send it to you if you what's the name?
It's all DA smoke. Will.
Yeah, we want all the
Listen,
smoke.
I look it up on Spotify before I post it.
This is
Well, don't
perfect
worry,
too because Will also hates Future. So
It's like a snake on the cover screen or whatever. So that's the song.
All right. I'm going with Jeezy Put On.
wow, you are really trying to pander here. This
No,
is
no,
sad.
No, that actually
Will's
came
n-
on. That came on when I was driving earlier, and I thought that's a good one for this week.
I do love some Jeezy.
Yeah, I know
yeah,
this
but he's a
one.
snitch. He's a snitch.
And
He's
Jake
a
has
snitch.
inspired me. Jake has inspired me.
Drew, we ain't
Grant,
even
you don't
actually
have a
on
vote
his
this week.
polls.
actually
Grant, you don't have a vote this week.
Actually, on his new album, he's got a song where he calls out the people that call him snitches because he's like, "Find me on papers."
Well,
So
I mean,
for all of you,
rat.
are you misinformed fans out there?
Rat.
But I'm giving. Why don't I get a fucking vote? Because I won.
'Cause
You do
won.
well.
Yeah.
You got to pick. You can have a pick, but it's not going to be on the poll because there's only 4 spots.
Yeah,
Well, that's stupid. Put 5.
That's not. Talk to Elon Musk.
Yeah, Elon Musk. Put on 5.
Yeah, it's because I don't have a blue check mark. But Jake inspired me earlier, so I'm gonna say Killer Mike Down by Law, but CeeLo's verse where he says, I put down for my city.
Okay,
Actually,
yeah. Will, are you gonna go Kanye's verse or are you gonna go, Jeezy's verse?
I put on.
I like the beginning. I like Kanye
West verse though.
Yeah.
He went off on that. I put on.
he did.
No, I love on that Down by Law when CeeLo's like 2 shots for the city that made me, like that shit makes me think of like Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Like we're going against LA. Pour 2 shots for the city that made me.
That's why I picked Put On, just because we're coming back from we're out.
Hey, well, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think nobody gonna vote for Put On, man. That shit,
it's old. It's old.
You know
Lil
what I mean?
Wayne's remix. Lil Wayne's remix to Put On.
Hey, no shots to y'all. I think it's gonna be between me and Drew this week again. You
It
know,
always is.
We'll see.
I don't get one. I don't get one. So I mean, y'all are welcome for.
Grant's gonna vote for mine.
Grant.
I know Grant's gonna vote for mine.
Yeah,
I remember my first poll win. I remember the first time I won a poll. People forget that it's basically just it's which song do people like between me and Trippy more is usually.
But
the ones.
you guys, you do understand the funniest thing about this is that every week, I am the one who tells Max which song to put in the intro, not the outro.
Yeah, I know because you cheat.
Yeah, I saw that, man. No, the songs me and Drew been selecting lately should have been on the intro, man.
No, we do it for the outro.
But I'm saying like,
hey, but there's a reason for that because soon the intro is going to be the same every week soon.
The best intro that we've had in a while was the funeral music by 50 Cent, which was me. So again,
speaking of him, he's been on one recently big time with this whole Diddy stuff.
On one, yo.
Worse with the Diddy stuff.
Nothing will beat the Floyd the Floyd Mayweather stuff will never be chopped on the internet.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The Wendy Williams stuff when he went at
you can read one page on the
ALS challenge. Yep.
He put a picture. He put a picture of ET up.
Yeah.
Then later he comes back being all. Shit, I know you can't really read those big words in the Harry Potter book, so we decided to do Cat in the Hat.
50's for real.
Jimmy said
he's probably like the best troll that there is. Like he's funny.
His old tweets. He has an old tweet that says like I'm gonna date a girl from a third world country so that I could just give her clean water for low standards. Like funny as shit. Him and Trump were the best old tweets of all time. By far. It can't even be Trump.
Anywho, that's gonna do it for this week's installment. We will be back to discuss this, that, and the other, and preview the game against the other team, Duval. But meanwhile, it's time for me to die.
All right, Trippy. Actually, hey, Trippy, can you die instead because you're better at it?
Oh, you want me to die?
Yeah, I want you to die.
Man,
it's time.
He just says,
It's time for me to die.
That was better. That was better.
But look, I want to take my man Jake.
Zone 32.